Good afternoon and welcome to Live at 4. We are continuing to follow an ongoing search for two dangerous inmates who escaped. Mark?
But first, Governor Evers announced the extension earlier this afternoon for an additional month of Safer at Home. Here are the big headlines. The state government says Safer at Home is working, saving hundreds, if not thousands, of lives. But the extension means schools will not be back in a classroom this school year, and you're asked to stay home until after the Memorial Day weekend. Amy Reed is live at the state capitol with more. Amy?
Governor Tony Evers said that he's making this call because that's what science and public health show we should do. He's making a few modifications to the order. Public libraries will now be allowed to provide curbside pickup. Golf courses can open again with some restrictions to maintain social distancing. Non-essential businesses will be able to do minimum basic operations like deliveries, mailings, and curbside pickup. Arts and craft stores can offer expanded curbside pickup for materials necessary to make masks. Exterior lawn care or construction is also now allowed, so long as it's done by one person. Evers said he understands this is not the news that people wanted.
And believe me, no one wants to reopen our economy as much as I do. But the bottom line is that our businesses, our workers, and us as consumers can't be confident if we're not confident about our safety and our health.
Long-standing permanent statutory powers is not dependent.
Also announced today is a Midwest Governors Partnership. Evers will be working with governors from Michigan, Ohio, Minnesota, Illinois, and Kentucky to coordinate reopening the economy. Already, this announcement has had some pushback from economic groups and Republicans, but Evers said that this is necessary to protect lives.
Amy Reed reporting live from the Capitol. Amy, thank you. For the first time since March 11th, Public Health Madison and the Dane County has not announced a new case of COVID-19. However, the latest numbers from the Department of Health Services says the county has 352 cases, an increase of 1 from yesterday. We'll get an afternoon update within the next half hour. Local health officials remain optimistic that we are flattening the curve. While the rate of growth in Milwaukee County is slowing, the number of cases continues to go up. The county now has more than 2,000 cases and 114 deaths. Overall, 66 Wisconsin counties now have at least one positive case. There's been more than 3,900 cases and nearly 200 deaths. Around 29% of confirmed cases have been hospitalized. DHS Secretary-designee Andrea Palm says it could have been worse.
According to our modeling, in the first 3 weeks, Safer at Home has saved at least 300 lives and perhaps as many as 1,400 lives. We can continue to save lives by using Safer at Home. Together, we're flattening the curve.
President Trump prepares to announce new guidelines for a slow reopening of the parts of the country after a day of discussions with world leaders, members of Congress, and state governors. This afternoon, the president is expected to announce new guidelines for reopening some states, particularly those with lower infection rates. Now, the president talked to governors about reopening plans after putting the final decision in their hands.
No political decisions, no emotional decisions. Data and science, we're talking about human lives here.
President Trump lashed out at Democratic leaders on Twitter, accusing them of playing politics over the Paycheck Protection Program, which he says is out of funds. The relief program guarantees forgivable loans to small businesses who keep employees on the payroll.
The national death toll from the coronavirus has risen sharply, now up to around 31,000. That's partly because New York City is now counting deaths of people who had COVID symptoms but died before they could have been tested. Elise Preston reports from New York City, the epicenter of the U.S. outbreak.
New Jersey is investigating a nursing home after 17 bodies were found in a morgue that was intended to hold only 4.
New Jerseyans living in our long-term care facilities deserve to be cared for with respect, compassion, and dignity. We can and must do better.
There have been 28 deaths linked to the facility since March 30th. 14 have been confirmed COVID positive.
Here in New York State, a new order goes into effect tomorrow. Everyone must have their faces covered when they can't maintain social distancing. That includes walking on a public street, using public transportation, or grocery shopping.
The mayor of New York City says the number of hospitalizations and positive tests have gone up in the last 24 hours.
This was a tough day. This is not what we're looking for.
Smithfield Foods, whose plant in South Dakota is linked to more than 600 cases, announced it is temporarily closing 2 other plants in Wisconsin and Missouri. But in Nevada, where the death toll is less than half of 1% of the population, the mayor of Las Vegas is demanding the state get back to work.
It makes no sense. For heaven's sakes, for being closed is killing us already.
Many health experts say more widespread testing is needed before restrictions are lifted. But one sign of things getting back to normal, a new Long Island mother meeting her son for the first time Wednesday after she recovered from the coronavirus. Doctors delivered Yanira Soriano's baby while she was in a medically induced coma. Elise Preston, CBS News, New York.
Soriano spent 11 days on a ventilator before she was discharged.
Another story we've been following closely today. Authorities are on the hunt for 2 escaped inmates they say are dangerous. Both 37-year-old James Newman and 46-year-old Thomas Deering have been convicted of escaping from incarceration before. The Columbia County Sheriff is telling us this afternoon the prisoners climbed over 2 security fences, got into a cab to Poynette, and likely headed south. Now, area agencies working with agencies including the FBI and U.S. Marshal's Office have set up a command post searching for Deering and Newman. Columbia County Sheriff Roger Brandner says this is the first escape from the max security prison he can remember in his 30 years here.
You know, it's a concern for all of us. It's a concern for law enforcement. It's a concern to the community that we have a maximum security prison here, and we expect the inmates that are inside of the walls to stay inside of the walls.
Portage Police posted on Facebook earlier in the day indicating they believe the 2 may be heading to Madison. Portage Police have no comment on that this afternoon, and Sheriff Brandner says he does not know their destination. The University of Wisconsin System of Regents says they are taking the first steps toward furloughing employees due to the coronavirus pandemic. The Regents Executive Committee is meeting today to adjust personnel policies to allow System President Ray Cross and UW-Madison Chancellor Rebecca Blank to create furlough policies. Officials last week estimated they will lose $170 million for the spring semester alone through refunds for on-campus parking, dining, and housing services, among other things. As more people are furloughed or laid off, the number of people applying for unemployment continues to rise. Another 5.2 million workers filed for their first week of unemployment benefits last week, according to the U.S. Department of Labor. Since March 14th, 22 million Americans have filed jobless claims. That's roughly 13.5% of the labor force. Experts say more job losses are on the way.
Probably a second wave, maybe not the initial front line like the service professionals and restaurants or even in the retail sector, but there could be the services that actually serve those businesses.
Government workers and non-essential healthcare workers could be some of the next people to lose their jobs.
One of the many questions on people's minds right now, have I received my stimulus check yet? The Internal Revenue Service, or IRS, is expected to make 60 million payments to Americans through direct deposit, with many coming this week. The coronavirus relief bill stipulates individuals are eligible to receive up to $1,200 and couples $2,400 plus $500 per child. Capital One, Bank of America, and Chase all experienced temporary problems on the web today, and the IRS site called Get My Payment was telling some users their payment status was unavailable. Financial experts suggest when it finally comes through, you should use the money on essentials such as food and paying down bills. The government hopes you'll spend any leftover to help stimulate the economy.
To stick around, so we've got that going for us. Chris is in the backyard weather patio with a look at our first warn forecast. Hi, Chris.
Hello, Charlotte. Certainly dealing with some sunshine out here. This has been fantastic. Radar all day long continues to look nice, as it has continued to look nice pretty much throughout the day. But one of the things we're watching is back towards the south and west. There's a storm system brewing. This is bringing heavy snow to parts of Omaha. That's moving into Des Moines and areas to our south. will be impacted by this as we go through the overnight hours. The question is just how close does that get to the state line? It's a little close for comfort, and there are some areas that could wake up to some snowflakes flying by the time we get you towards tomorrow morning. It's going to be real close, folks. On the other hand, we are seeing temperatures that are warmer than yesterday. This is the promise I made you all yesterday, by the way, that today temperatures will be warmer than 24 hours ago, and tomorrow temperatures will likely be even warmer than they are today at this time. So 2 days in a row of warmer temperatures. That leads us into the weekend forecast of that coming up here by about 4:30.
All right. Thank you very much, Chris. Two 18-year-old men facing charges in the murders of a Madison doctor and her husband appeared in court via video call this morning. Melissa Kim joins us now with an update. Melissa?
Yeah, hi, Charlotte. The court entered a not guilty plea on behalf of Kari Sanford and Elijah Ralou, who are each charged with first-degree intentional homicide. At their hearing today, the judge ordered the cases head to trial. The bodies of Dr. Beth Potter and her husband, Robin Carey, were found at the UW Arboretum on March 31st. Sanford was dating the couple's daughter, according to the criminal complaint. Also, according to the complaint, Fred told detectives that Sanford confessed to the shooting and said LaRue was with him. Both sides discussing cell phone locations today.
From beginning at approximately 9:30 p.m. until 9:40 p.m., can you describe what the GPS data showed Mr. LaRue's phone was doing?
That he was traveling westbound on East Gorham Street.
Now, again, we did tell you that it is going to head to trial. That date has not yet been set.
All right, Melissa, thank you. The Dane County Sheriff's Office is rolling out a recruitment squad to hire new staff. Full-time recruiter Deputy Juan Bowers will take the group out to local events whenever they resume. The Sheriff's Office says law enforcement has seen a decline in applicants in recent years, but they hope the recruitment squad will spark interest in people who have never considered the career path before. You can find out more information at teamdane.com. Well, still to come at 4, are you missing sports? Well, you're not alone. ESPN has come up with some alternative sports programming. We'll take a look when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, Live at 4.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
At Mounds Pet Food Warehouse, we know that no two pets are the same. That's why each of our 5 southern Wisconsin locations is wall-to-wall with everything you and your pet need, including dog food, cat food, pet beds, thousands of toys, treats, and chews, and supplies for your small animals, birds, and reptiles, too. With so many options, finding what you need is easy. You gotta get down to Mounds and see for yourself. Mounds Pet Food Warehouse powers them all. And don't forget your free Mounds candy bar.
Coming together makes us stronger, and Ford is built to lend a hand. Contact your Ford dealer, an essential part of your community, to find out more about home delivery and other vehicle service options. After all, you have a lot to take care of. Let us help take care of you. Find out more at Ford.com. Right now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing for 72 months, plus 3 months deferred payments on select 2020 Ford models.
From our family to yours, we want to encourage you to keep going. Keep protecting what's most important. Keep hopeful in the face of all this. Keep believing. Keep being strong. Keep supporting the people on the front line. Keep staying together while staying apart. Keep being fearless. And most of all, keep dreaming. American Family Insurance is mailing our personal auto insurance customers a premium relief payment to help them keep going. We'll keep being here when you need us.
Grand Appliance and TV is committed to serving our customers and neighbors now, just as we have since 1930. If you need an appliance, we're open, and you can shop our website 24/7. We've expanded our live chat, email, and phone support, and are here for you with an extra 5% off most purchases. Our delivery pros can do a no-contact drop-off delivery or full in-home install. Grand Appliance and TV. You know us, and we know you. You can count on us.
Help is what we've always given. So thank you to our helpers at BMO and beyond. Thank you to the healers, the fighters, the all-nighters, the cleaners, the movers, the 18-wheelers. Thank you to the farmers, the grocers, the above and beyonders. Thank you to all the frontliners for keeping our lives moving when the world needs to stop.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
New research sheds light on how the coronavirus may affect pregnant women. 2 New York City hospitals tested more than 200 women admitted for delivery, whether they showed symptoms or not. The results published this week in the New England Journal of Medicine revealed nearly 90% of the women who tested positive showed no symptoms. Dr. Gina Goffman is with the Columbia University Irving Medical Center and co-authored the study.
If we're not checking, we really do risk missing people who are carrying the virus.
I'm 37 weeks pregnant. If I come in and test positive, would you recommend separating my newborn from me?
For a mom who's asymptomatic and feeling well, we think there are ways to potentially keep them together to allow for some of the bonding.
So far, studies have not shown coronavirus passes to the baby from the womb or through breast milk, but Dr. Goffman says asymptomatic mothers should wear masks while around their newborns. At the New York hospitals testing pregnant women for COVID-19, partners and spouses are getting their temperatures taken upon arrival as well. Celebrities are coming together to raise money to fight hunger during the coronavirus pandemic.
It's called the All In Challenge. Pop star Justin Bieber made that announcement on Twitter, joining a growing list of celebrities auctioning off experiences to raise money for people in need. It's a fundraiser created by businessman Michael Rubin, who was looking for a way to spread hope.
Together, what we want to do is literally build the largest movement with all the best entertainers, celebrities.
Each person who accepts the challenge must then challenge someone else to take part and create a fan experience that will be auctioned off. The money raised will help feed the elderly, children, and workers on the front lines of the coronavirus fight. An increase in crude oil prices sent stocks slightly higher on Wall Street. The Dow Industrials added 33 points, closing at 23,537. The Nasdaq was up 139 points. The S&P 500 gained 16.
America's pastime does not mix well with Americans being told to stay at home.
No, it does not. So in the absence of baseball and other sports, people are trying to hit a home run with some alternatives. CNN's Jeannie Mose reports.
Baseball is not even a shadow of its former self, while fans pine for the crack of the bat, the ball in the glove. The bleachers are bleak, the stadium's empty.
But we have to get our sports back. I'm tired of watching baseball games that are 14 years old.
But if the Boston Red Sox organist can't play at Fenway Park...
Boston Red Sox have, but it's got a built-in mullet.
Why not try to take us out of our misery with Take Me Out to the Ball Game? Streamed live daily from Josh Cantor's living room, he then takes requests. Remember the movie Dodgeball and its parody of ESPN 8, The Ocho?
If it's almost a sport, we've got it here.
ESPN moved up its annual homage to that parody and featured the Stupid Robot Fighting League.
It's really an exciting battle to start.
And the Cherry Pit Spitting Competition, right down to the slow-motion replay of an almost 47-foot pit spit. On actor John Krasinski's YouTube show, some good news. Commentator Joe Buck voiced over videos, not of Major League pitching, but a woman pitching laundry into her machine.
And now watch this wham right off the face. That's a little bit of quarantine frustration right there.
SNL made fun of the search for substitute sports by watching matches burn.
The left match is barely hanging on, and it's out.
And popcorn pop.
Oh my God, from out of nowhere. This is why we watch sport.
The Mets public address announcer will now announce you.
Number 13, Michael Swantek.
Colin Cosell is the legendary Howard Cosell's grandson.
This is a way to bring the ballpark home.
Giving fans a customized introduction for a little comic relief.
The relief pitcher, number 15, Jeannie Mose.
I don't have a ball, let alone a ball game.
Thanks, Jeannie. There's more to come at 4. There's a theory that the upcoming summer temperatures may slow the progress of COVID-19. We'll hear from both sides of the scientific community after Chris's warmer first warn forecast.
Where can a healthier heart lead you? For people with heart failure taking Entresto, it may lead to a world of possibilities. Entresto is a heart failure medicine prescribed by most cardiologists. It was proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Heart failure can change the structure of your heart, so it may not work as well. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. And with a healthier heart, there's no telling where life may take you. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or Alaskera, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto. Novartis thanks the heroic healthcare workers fighting COVID-19.
We asked real customers what they really love about Spectrum Internet and TV.
Spectrum Internet has the fastest speeds for everything I do.
There is no turning wheel. It's immediate.
Spectrum's the fastest. Bam.
Get the fastest download speeds with the most reliable performance with Spectrum Internet, delivering starting speeds of 200 megabits. That's more than enough for all your devices for $44.99 a month. Call 833-906-4499.
I can't get over how much on-demand Spectrum has. I can literally watch a new movie every night. Boom. This is my position all day.
I got all my shows, and he's got all his shows.
With the Spectrum TV app, I can watch live TV anywhere. It's perfect.
Add Spectrum TV and enjoy more free HD and more free on demand. Plus, use the Spectrum TV app to watch live TV on the go. All from $44.99 a month. Call 833-906-4499.
The fact that they don't have contracts, that says a lot about their service.
I love it.
Get Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 a month each with no contracts. Call 833-906-4499 today.
Coming together makes us stronger, and Ford is built to lend a hand. Contact your Ford dealer, an essential part of your community, to find out more about home delivery and other vehicle service options. After all, you have a lot to take care of. Let us help take care of you. Find out more at Ford.com. Right now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing for 72 months, plus 3 months deferred payments on select 2020 Ford models.
Take a look at this. A dazzling display has popped up in California. In Amador County, there is a beautiful reason for people to venture outside. In the foothills, orange and yellow poppies have bloomed, and residents say it's the most colorful they have seen in years. One resident called the flowers a gift, a blanket of beauty amidst the most difficult times. Boy, those are vibrant, aren't they?
Yeah, it is spectacular. Love to see that.
Oh.
Poppies. Poppies will make you sleep.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Chris Reese is over in the Weather Center, and we are looking up in the weather department.
Yeah, we have a whole, just a giant stretch of warmer temperatures getting ready to come our way. I'm excited to share that, but tonight I do need to discuss a near-miss system of snow that could pass by to the south. Your full forecast is right after this.
Now, a WISC-TV editorial with editorial director Neil Heinen.
It shouldn't have been this hard, but politics today means nothing comes easy, even during a pandemic. So we express our appreciation to Governor Evers and the Wisconsin legislature for passing a bill to help Wisconsin citizens recover from the economic fallout of the coronavirus. The legislation is an important first step, emphasis on first step. It was critically important to ensure Wisconsin citizens received their share of the federal aid package. This bill does that to the tune of about $2 billion. The typical political gamesmanship interfered with providing even more help to people who need it. The legislature is going to have to get back to work on round 2. But we need to emphasize how important it was that this was a bipartisan effort. We weren't sure that was possible. We desperately need bipartisanship right now, and as unsightly as it was, we thank the governor and the legislature for providing it.
You can garden safer at home with the help of Jung Garden Center. Curbside pickup is now available at all 5 Jung Garden Center locations. Visit jungseed.com to learn how to place your pickup order so you can get your home growing season off to a safe and healthy start.
They say life is all about making choices. Well, I didn't choose metastatic breast cancer.
And you're back with #1 best-selling author.
Not the exact type.
Her book, The Ken in Cancer.
Not the specific mutation. But I did pick hope. And also clarity. By knowing I have a treatment that goes right at it.
Discover Piqray, the first and only treatment that specifically targets PIK3CA mutations in HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC, which are common and linked to cancer growth. Piqray is taken with fulvestrant after progression on hormone therapy and has been proven to help people with a PIK3CA mutation live longer without disease progression. Do not take Piqray if you've had a severe allergic reaction to it or to any of its ingredients. Piqray can cause serious side effects, including severe allergic and skin reactions, high blood sugar levels and diarrhea that are common and can be severe, and lung problems known as pneumonitis. Tell your doctor right away if you have symptoms of severe allergic reactions or high blood sugar while taking Piqray. Your doctor will monitor your blood sugar before you start and during treatment, and may monitor more often if you have a history of type 2 diabetes. Before starting, tell your doctor if you have a history of diabetes, skin reactions, are pregnant, breastfeeding, or plan to become pregnant. Common side effects include rash, nausea, tiredness and weakness, decreased appetite, mouth sores, vomiting, weight loss, hair loss, and changes in certain blood tests. If you've progressed on hormone therapy and have a PIK3CA mutation, ask your doctor about Piqray.
When we face adversity, we find a way through it. It's about taking care of each other. It's the small parts that make a big difference. At Chevy, we promise to do ours. We're offering current Chevy owners OnStar Crisis Assist services and complimentary Wi-Fi data. If you need a new Chevy, interest-free financing for 84 months with deferred payments for 120 days on many of our most popular models. You may even shop online and take delivery at home where available. It's just our way of doing our part.
You can garden safer at home with the help of Jung Garden Center. Curbside pickup is now available at all 5 Jung Garden Center locations. Visit jungseed.com to learn how to place your pickup order so you can get your home growing season off to a safe and healthy start.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Meteorologist Chris Reese here. Severe Weather Awareness Week for the state of Wisconsin does continue. I want to start by defining what exactly a severe thunderstorm is. Now, one of the things we've seen most recently, especially just south of Madison, places like Monroe over towards Janesville, that's been the hail. And for a severe thunderstorm to be categorized because of hail, you're looking at hail that's essentially 1 inch in diameter or larger. So we're talking quarter size or bigger hail. That makes a thunderstorm severe. The other thing we look for is the wind. Anytime you see wind gusts upwards of 58 miles per hour or greater, typically when forecasters see that on radar, severe thunderstorm warning is issued out ahead of that. Then there's tornadoes as well. Those are, of course, severe. Now, what's not severe, that oftentimes you might take it for being so, is when you get a lot of lightning and heavy rainfall. So these are these loud thunderstorms. The thunder just seems so close that your walls are rattling. Oddly enough, some of those could just be your general garden variety thunderstorms. Now, as we move closer into summer, we'll start to see more and more of those severe thunderstorms along with tornadoes. Typically in the month of April, we do average 1 tornado, and then it really spikes up as you work your way into the month of June. In fact, June and July, that's when we are most likely to see tornadoes around here in Wisconsin. Once again, though, we're quiet as we head into today. We're starting to see more and more of those clouds filtering in. As I said, they would be, especially from the south and west. This is as this next area of low pressure continues to move its way towards Lake Michigan, but I expect this area of high pressure just towards the north to really be our friend and bringing in some of that drier air and keeping the snow just towards the south. But from Quad Cities through southern Iowa, northern Missouri, even into parts of Nebraska, we do have the winter storm warnings in the pink. Chicagoland, they're under a winter weather advisory as they expect accumulating snow out of this. So we zoom in, now we're closer to home, and you see it's real close, but I do expect at least most of us here to stay dry as we move through the overnight hours. Temperatures right now are at 44. This is the high today, exactly where we expected that to be. 46 as you work your way towards Janesville. We're seeing that northerly wind. Like I said, this is what I expect to be in our favor to keep things dry. Those clouds move in throughout the overnight hours. 33 degrees is where we'll stand by about 1 o'clock. Here we are at 2:30. Pay attention to the south. You see just how close that gets. We work your way towards the morning, and it tried to work its way towards the state line, but I expect that to stay well to our south. 49 as we move into tomorrow. Some of the models are trying to hint at a little isolated shower or two. I'm not expecting that at the moment, but I'll continue to watch that trend as we move towards tomorrow. Ultimately, though, we're staying dry, and then by Saturday, check out the strong southwest wind, more sunshine. Temperatures, they begin to bounce up into the upper 50s, and there are even 60s to come as we move into the week ahead. Sunshine for Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Low 60s come around by Tuesday. We are watching a rain chance Wednesday evening and throughout the day on Thursday, but then we return even to the mid and upper 60s by the time we get you towards next weekend, Mark.
Spring finally returns.
Absolutely.
All right, Chris, thank you.
Many hope this summer will give us a reprieve from the coronavirus.
CBS's Ian Lee is in London with a look at what scientists are predicting.
Locked in quarantine, you may be fantasizing about summer, tanning in the sun, or taking a dip in the sea. But a big question remains. As the weather warms up, will the coronavirus pandemic wind down?
I hope so, at least, yeah. I think it'll be cause for celebration if it does start to die down.
Scientists are divided. Some believe the heat won't matter.
These viruses, and this one, are not so mindful of time of year. They care much more about whether there are susceptible humans close enough together for it to jump from one to the next, to the next, to the next.
Others point to a study at University of Hong Kong that found the virus deteriorated over time when stored in a lab at 72 degrees. Evidence from similar viruses also suggests COVID may transmit less efficiently in the spring and summer months. Right now, Australia and Singapore are experiencing high temperatures and low infection rates. But that's not the case everywhere.
Look at New Orleans. New Orleans has a terrible, explosive outbreak right now. And New Orleans is one of the warmest places in the United States right now as well.
Dr. Anthony Fauci, the top infectious disease expert in the U.S., says the coronavirus will continue to do its own thing and that there's no guarantee the weather will come to the rescue. Ian Lee, CBS News, London.
The 2002-2003 epidemic of SARS eased over the summer months.
Although it's not clear if that was related to weather or coincided with tighter public health interventions. And just into our newsroom in the last few minutes, the man found dead in Beloit earlier this week was the victim of a homicide. Beloit police and the Winnebago County Sheriff's Office in Illinois just released a statement saying they've identified the body found in the 1600 block of Royce Avenue as 18-year-old Jawan Lemon of Janesville. Police say they believe Lemon's death was not random and that he was an intended target. They say if you have any information, they want to hear from you. Well, still to come at 4, Dr. Zorba Pastor is back and will answer your medical questions live. And tonight at 5, a Madison fundraising tradition has been canceled due to the pandemic, but organizers say they're still trying to give back to the community. That's at 5.
This is Online
online learning. Today, it's more relevant than ever. This is you, a person looking for a lasting career. And this is Herzing University's Everywhere Classroom, where you can earn a degree in nursing, healthcare, business, and IT, anywhere, anytime. Take an online course free and get comfortable with online learning. That makes a degree from Herzing University more relevant than ever. I'm possible at Herzing. Learn more today.
Introducing the all-new Speed Wash system from Generac, the ultra-fast way to pressure wash. The Speed Wash features best-in-class 3,200 PSI cleaning power and puts pressure control right at your fingertips. Dial it up to blast away the toughest stains. Dial it down for a more delicate wash. The Speed Wash system includes 3 cutting-edge cleaning tools. The Power Broom cleans decks and driveways up to 4 times faster. The Turbo Nozzle blasts away grime in half the time. And the Soap Blaster soaps it up faster. And right now, for a limited time, you can have all 3 of these game-changing tools for free.
To get the complete Generac Speed Wash system, call 1-800-806-6310. Free shipping is now in effect, and right now, for a limited time, you can get all 3 cleaning tools for free. Speed Wash models start at just $3.59. Order online at GeneracSpeedWash.com.
Your bank can be virtually any place you are. You can deposit checks from here, and you can see your transactions and check your balance from here, and pay bills from here. Because your bank isn't just one place. It's virtually any place you are. Just download and use the Chase mobile app. Visit chase.com/mobile.
Hi, this is John Walsh. How do you get help if you can't leave your house and your family can't be with you? With a Jitterbug cell phone, one touch connects you to highly trained 5-star agents. They'll send you the help you need or get a doctor or nurse on the line. Call as often as you like, day or night. And with the Link app, family members will get an alert right on their smartphones that you've contacted 5-star.
Now more affordable with 25% off at Best Buy, Amazon, or GreatCall.com. Also at Rite Aid.
Our mental health is just as important as our physical health, especially right now. If you're feeling anxious, stop for a few moments. Turn off, unplug, and breathe. Take care of yourself, and remember, we're all in this together. Tonight at 5, authorities are searching for 2 escaped inmates from the Columbia Correctional Institution. What we know about those inmates tonight at 5.
Some light snow is possible overnight near the Illinois state line. Otherwise, high temperatures will be near 50 Friday and near 60 on Saturday. My News 3 Now First Warn forecast at 5.
And ahead at 6, we'll have team coverage on the governor's decision to extend the safer-at-home order, including how much it'll impact local businesses. That's tonight on News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. As the coronavirus pandemic continues, we still have a lot of questions.
Dr. Zorba Pastor is at his office in Oregon to discuss the latest information. He'll also take your calls later on. We'll let you know when to call in. Hi, Zorba.
Hi, how you guys doing?
Good. The governor extended the safer at home for another 6 weeks. It seems to be working.
Right. Well, that's exactly it. The curve seems to be flattening, just exactly like we hoped would actually happen. And we're not seeing the huge spike, but we're still seeing an increase in the number of COVID-19s that are actually occurring. The problem lays in the fact that we still do not have the testing capabilities to actually do the things that we need to do, and that's really the major important issue. Let me just shut this off. Sorry. We don't have all that capability to actually do those things, so we still don't know exactly how much COVID is actually around, but we do know how many people have been in the hospital. We know that number is less than we periodically thought, and that's the good news. But the other part that I think we really have to attend to is the difficulty that people have in staying at home and not being connected. And that's where it really is useful to use things like this thing that was ringing, the iPhone. I know with our kids, I have kids all over the country, we did something called House Party, and we had a dance party the other day, and there were 6 people from all over the country. We put on some music and we danced for about 20 minutes in our houses, and it made us feel together. And I think that's one of the things that all of us are really thinking about, this togetherness that we just don't get a chance to have, and that's going to be extended because the physical separation is going to continue well into May.
Zorba, what do you tell people who are just so disheartened by this news that the order has been extended, that they feel like they just can't keep going with this, but we have no choice?
Well, you just hit it right on the head. We just can't keep going but yet we have to do it. And this is really where friends and family make a difference. Getting on the phone, talking to somebody else, considering, for instance, meditation, which you can do at home, yoga, which you can do at home. But I think really reaching out to other people and talking to them is so important. I know that my wife Penny and I have done that. We've called people just all over the country that we haven't talked to in a long time just because we want to talk to them and be with them. But the reality is we're dealing with something very, very serious. We now have very good data. Influenza kills 1 out of 1,000 people roughly. We now know for sure COVID-19 kills 20 to 30 times as many people. And when you figure out the fact that a few years ago 70,000 people died of influenza in this country, and you multiply that by the huge number that could get COVID, and you realize we're talking about in the millions. And that's the reason besides social distancing and what we have to do. And this is one of the times we have to grin, bear it, and try to reach forward to accept what we know is really the important thing to do. Social distancing, only thing we can do because we don't have the testing up, we don't have reliable testing where we can be, and until that time, we all have to do the same thing. Stay away from each other just the way we've been doing.
And it seems to spread so easily, this virus.
Very easy. It spreads when you're within 6 feet of someone, and the problem is it also stays on surfaces. Some surfaces we think it can stay for up to 2 days, and so that's why wiping surfaces down is very important. Easy to spread, easy to stay, and disastrous if you get it. And the #1 risk factor is age. The older you are, the more riskier it is. But we still have people who are dying in their 20s, 30s, and 40s. So it's not as if any age group is immune to this. And healthcare workers, people at the front line, specifically are at risk, but so are the people in the grocery stores who are taking your groceries, taking your money, taking your change. So that's why we just have to sort of buck up and keep things the way they are. That's been working. That's been helping.
All right, a lot of people have a lot of questions. We're going to open up our phone lines now. 270-9933 is the number to call. Zorba will answer your questions right after this.
Once weekly Ozempic is helping many people with type 2 diabetes like James lower their blood sugar. A majority of adults who took Ozempic reached an A1C under 7 and maintained it.
Here's your A1C.
Oh, my A1C is under 7.
And you may lose weight. Adults who took Ozempic lost on average up to 12 pounds.
I lost almost 12 pounds.
Oh.
For those also with known heart disease, Ozempic lowers the risk of major cardiovascular events such as heart attack, stroke, or death.
It lowers the risk.
Oh.
And I only have to take it once a week.
Oh. Ozempic is not for people with type 1 diabetes or diabetic ketoacidosis. Do not share needles or pens. Don't reuse needles. Do not take Ozempic if you have a personal or family history of medullary thyroid cancer, multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2, or if you are allergic to Ozempic. Stop taking Ozempic and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, itching, rash, or trouble breathing. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Tell your doctor if you have diabetic retinopathy or vision changes. Taking Ozempic with a sulfonylurea or insulin may increase low blood sugar risk. Common side effects are nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, stomach pain, and constipation. Some side effects can lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems.
Once weekly Ozempic is helping me reach my blood sugar goal.
You may pay as little as $25 per prescription. Ask your healthcare provider today about once weekly Ozempic.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. And with great deals available, there's never been a better time to buy at your local dealership. To find the dealer near you, visit CubCadetDealers.com.
At times like these, connection has never been more important. For staying in touch with families, working and learning remotely, or being able to reach out and help others. Spectrum is helping in whatever ways we can, with public Wi-Fi that's open to all, internet access for kids who need it, and a network built to handle anything, even a time like this. So you can count on us to keep you connected when it matters most.
Coming together makes us stronger, and Ford is built to lend a hand. Contact your Ford dealer, an essential part of your community, to find out more about home delivery and other vehicle service options. After all, you have a lot to take care of. Let us help take care of you. Find out more at Ford.com. Right now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing for 72 months, plus 3 months deferred payments on select 2020 Ford models.
A 106-year-old woman thought to be the oldest patient in Britain to beat the coronavirus was discharged from the hospital, applauded by health workers. Connie Titchen, a great-grandmother from Birmingham in central England, battled the virus for just under 3 weeks and was given a clean bill of health by medics at City Hospital. Titchen, who was born in 1913, has lived through both world wars and the Spanish flu. Now that is a survivor.
That is.
Oh, my goodness.
It really is.
Well, it is time to get your medical questions answered live right now.
The number to call, 270-9933. Dr. Zorba, pastor, standing by in his office. We'll go to Patty in Partyville. Hi, Patty. What's your question? Patty, you there? Patty wants to know, I believe, can mosquito bites can you transmit the disease with mosquito bites?
No. It's not transmitted by mosquito bites. It's transmitted by other people and other people who have basically had respiratory droplets on surfaces, but no. Mosquitoes do not transmit COVID. Good question. Doesn't happen.
All right. We have a question from Valerie in Madison. Hi, Valerie.
Hi there. I have a question about the use of supplements and possibly preventing COVID-19, such as zinc, elderberry extract, quercetin, and ashwagandha.
I wish that it would work. There is no evidence that a supplement actually keeps you from getting COVID. We don't know why some people get COVID and some do not in a particular environment. We know that age is the biggest issue, but as far as we know, there is no supplement that is insurance that you will not get COVID, or if the COVID strikes, that you'll be better and you'll be better at handling it. Because there are a number of people, I just heard about a patient the other day, 52 years of age, very healthy, exercised, ate right, right weight, died of COVID. So here you have someone who really did everything right. So basically, the virus hits everyone.
All right, we have a call from Edgerton, I believe. I don't have a name here. I'm sorry.
Hello?
Okay, the question is...
Hello.
Okay, go ahead. What's your question?
Hello?
Yep, go ahead.
We got our wires crossed here somehow. This is Patty in Partyville.
Okay.
And mine wasn't the mosquito question. My question is... Since there's such a shortage on rubber gloves, are there any other options that we have readily available at home, like cotton gloves or anything that we could wear to protect us from COVID?
Well, as far as I know, you really need to have a surface that's sort of like rubber. You know, rubber gloves that you use to wash your dishes or other rubber gloves. Now, there's some gardening gloves that you can buy. I've seen them at Walmart. I've got some at home that actually have a plastic surface on one side. And when I go into a store, those are sometimes the gloves that I use. And I wipe them with hand sanitizer before I go in, and I wipe them with hand sanitizer when I go out. And by the way, a quick and easy way to make hand sanitizer, if you can't get it, is equal parts 100% grain alcohol, which is called Everclear, with regular vodka, cheap vodka. And if you mix that half and half, you'll actually get a 70% solution. Wipe your hands in it, wipe your gloves in it, and that'll help you.
Just don't lick your hands afterwards. You get drunk.
Yeah. All right. Let's go to Marie from Madison.
That's another story.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi, what's your question, Marie?
Hi, Marie. What's your question?
My question is, if you wake up with a cough and just a little sore throat, does that mean you've been of the virus? Some kind of a virus?
Now, I couldn't quite hear her question. Could you make it out?
No, I couldn't. I'm sorry.
Yeah, if you wake up with a cough or a little bit of a sore throat, but then it is all gone eventually, could that have been the virus?
Probably not, but Possibly, and here's the issue about that. We know that people have COVID. Many people have no symptoms at all. So the issue is not just do you wake up with a cough and it goes away. It's have you been outside? Have you been with other people? Have you been mingling? Have you been traveling? And then you wake up with a cough. Then there's a possibility. But if you're at home and you just wake up with a cough and you have been, staying at home, the chances that you have COVID are very, very remote. Once again, if you have a question, call your doctor. We have a specific protocol that we look at to determine whether or not you should be tested.
And pollen's getting really bad right now, too, so allergies are going to kick in.
You bet. So a lot of people have coughs. I've got a runny nose, cough, itchy eyes, and that's from the pollen. I know that.
All right. Let's go to Audrey in Sun Prairie. Hi, Audrey.
Hi.
Hi, what's your question?
My question is that during the polio epidemic, my husband was a victim, and I had just a new baby and myself, and that was just 3 months before Salk vaccine came out, and my doctor had me come to the office, and I'm not in the medical profession, but I thought this is what he said, that we received shots of gamma globulin. What is that?
Well, you may have received a shot of gamma globulin. That's immune globulin, which you give, which is distilled from people who actually had antibodies to polio, and that's one of the things that was used. And in fact, that's one of the things that is now being tested at the University of Wisconsin, among other places all around the country, for people who have severe COVID. They're giving them in a double-blind placebo trial either immune globulin from somebody who has had COVID and then a placebo to see whether or not the immune globulin, those people who receive immune globulin from COVID, will actually help those people who are on a respirator. So the answer is yes, immune globulin may work, but we don't know that yet. It definitely worked in previous outbreaks of polio and a few other diseases.
All right.
And it's being
We
tested.
have Greg from Madison. Hi, Greg. What's your question?
Hi, Dr. Zorba. I was wondering if you can catch the corona from a lake or from a swimming pool?
Well, we know, for instance, that we get it mostly from people. We know that certain surfaces seem to have the virus on it longer. Cardboard may be one of those surfaces. Metal other than copper will be some of those surfaces. That's about what we know right now. And once again, this is an evolution. So we know what spreads it a lot, other people, but we don't want to know what spreads it a little bit because we can't see it. It is the invisible enemy that kills us.
All right, we are out of time. Thank you all for calling in. Zorba, thank you for your time. We'll see you soon.
My pleasure.
We'll have a final check of your forecast coming up.
Bring your family and friends to Monk's Bar and Grill, home of award-winning appetizers that we like to call the starting five. There's no bench warmers in this tasty bunch. They're Monkalicious. Monk's Bar and Grill, serving up a good time since 1947.
When it comes to a better night's sleep, maybe it's time to shop inside the box. And at denvermattress.com, your perfect bed in a box is just a click away. Shop today and save big on factory direct bestsellers like the Easy Choice, the earth-friendly comfort of the Aspen, and for you sporty types, the Athlete's Choice. Plus, make your money work for you with 4 years no-interest financing and free delivery right to your doorstep. Unpack a better tomorrow, tonight, only at Denver Mattress. The easiest way to get the right mattress.
For over 80 years, Nissan has been with you through thick and thin. And now is no different. We're offering payment options for current owners. Our service departments are here to help. And now we're offering more help. No payments for 3 months, plus we'll cover your payments for up to 2 additional months. Or get 0% financing for up to 84 months on 13 models. This is help when you need it.
Ta-da! Did you know Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need?
I should get a quote.
Do it.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Bring your family and friends to Monk's Bar and Grill, home of award-winning appetizers that we like to call the starting five. There's no bench warmers in this tasty bunch. They're Monkalicious. Monk's Bar and Grill, serving up a good time since 1947.
Hi, everyone. We have some exciting news to share on News 3 Now this morning that you won't want to miss.
If you're thinking of ordering takeout Friday night but not sure if it's safe, we'll separate fact from fiction.
See you Friday morning starting at 4:30.
warm weather app today.
Tonight we're going down to 31 degrees. We'll see a possibility of some light snow well to the south, and then by the time we get you into tomorrow, we'll see a little bit more in the way of sunshine as clouds clear in the afternoon. We'll see those highs topping out into the upper 40s.
All right, Chris, thank you. Coming up tomorrow on Live Before, we'll look at drug and alcohol use and abuse during the pandemic. And our Michael Bruno talks to a local musician who wrote a song about the struggles of living during these times.
At Mounds Pet Food Warehouse, we know that no two pets are the same. That's why each of our 5 southern Wisconsin locations is wall-to-wall with everything you and your pet need, including dog food, cat food, pet beds, thousands of toys, treats, and chews, and supplies for your small animals, birds, and reptiles, too. With so many options, finding what you need is easy. You gotta get down to Mounds and see for yourself. Mounds Pet Food Warehouse powers them all. And don't forget your free Mounds candy bar.
5 years ago, I had psoriasis everywhere. My skin hurt, I felt gross. But then I started Cosentyx, and I haven't really had to think about it.
Real people with psoriasis look and feel better with Cosentyx. Don't use if you're allergic to Cosentyx. Before starting, get checked for tuberculosis. An increased risk of infections and lowered ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor about an infection or symptoms. If your inflammatory bowel disease symptoms develop or worsen, or if you've had a vaccine or plan to, serious allergic reactions may occur. Ask your dermatologist about Cosentyx.
In nearly 100 years serving the military community, we've seen you go through tough times.
And every time, you've shown us you're much tougher.
Your heart, courage, and commitment has always inspired us.
And now it's no different.
So we're here with financial strength, stability, and experience you can depend on.
And the online tools you need.
Because you have always set the highest standard.
And reaching that standard is what we're made for.
To our Pick and Save associates, for the long hours and late nights, for the miles traveled and the shelves restocked, for making a difference in our customers' lives, for doing so much more than your job. Everyone at the Kroger family of brands and our customers say thank you. In a time when daily life feels a bit uncertain, your hard work is keeping America fed. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Hi, it's Jan from Toyota. As part of your community, we're here to help you during these challenging times.
Keeping your Toyota safe and reliable is important, especially right now. Many of our service centers are open. Schedule service online and drop off and pick up your vehicle with no contact. Need to replace your old vehicle? Most Toyota dealers offer online shopping and will defer your first payment for 90 days.
We're here for you. Contact your local Toyota dealer to see how they can help. Toyota.
In today's Final Touch, a 99-year-old veteran in England decided to raise some money for healthcare workers.
Tom Moore is from Yorkshire in northern England. He decided to walk 100 lengths of his garden, 10 laps a day, 100 lengths because he turns 100 this month. He started his Garden Challenge fundraiser on April 8th. He was initially hoping to raise just $1,200 or so, funds for staff, volunteers, and patients affected by the coronavirus crisis. Well, it turns out he raised a little more than that. 99-year-old Tom Moore has raised more than $15 million